All right, my friends, today is all about what we need to do to be able to have proper hip rotation in our golf swing, because that is killing a lot of our game. Because without the proper rotation, we stall out and we lose our spine angle. So we've got to have our hips as flexible as possible. So today we're going over the 5 stretches you must have and you must do to be able to move your hips properly in the golf swing. Let's begin. All right, get yourself a little mat or something. We're going to begin down here on the ground. And the first thing I want us to do is just start getting our hips loose. So just come back here, feet on the ground, and all I'm going to do is just start kicking my knees in like this. All I'm doing is just loosening up my hip flexors, my hips. Just do this 20 times, back and forth. Just get those loosened up. You can come off the ground a little if you want to. Just start warming your guys up so that they're going to say, oh, it's time to go to work. Okay? So this is warming up our inside and outside hip flexor muscles here. And that's going to be key as we begin, all right? So that's the first thing we want to do, just start to activate the hips. We're going to be talking a lot of activation in our health, fitness, stretch, exercise videos that we're going to be doing a lot of, all right? So that's number 1, loosen those bad boys up. Now what I want to do is start to stretch out my hip flexors and my hips and all the muscles in this general zone. That's what we want to do, okay? So I'm going to just one leg back, one leg about 90 degree right here, okay? And I'm just going to, right there, you're good, okay? We've all done this before in football practice, whatever. And what I want to do is I want to lean over the front thigh, okay? Right over my knee, just inside my knee right here. Just get a good lean, okay? And then I want to start walking my hands back this way and lean over the knee a little bit. And you can even go a little farther and lean a little bit to the side. Okay, so I just want to go right over the front, just as far as you can. Don't kill yourself here. Then I want to go just slightly over the knee, right there. And I want to go this side too. We're loosening up everything from our lower back, our hips, inside and outside hip muscles. Then we want to just do the other side, same exact thing. And I'm going about 3 reps on this, where I'm going forward, right over here, then over the knee, and then outside here. And you're really going to feel it right here in this hip area, obviously, and a little bit in the lower back, okay? And try to keep your back straight, your chest forward, your shoulders back just a little bit. You might not be able to go very far, but just do what you can. And you feel that, you're going to feel a little bit even in that upper hamstring, just in the quad area, okay? So right here, forward, over the knee, and just walk it out and back. And this is the second thing we're doing, just to start loosening up and stretching out the hip muscles. All right, this next one, what I want to do is I just want to do a nice squat move here. So feet wide apart, way wider than shoulder width. And just try to go as low as you can here. Hands on your knees to start. And we're going to feel that right here, obviously, in the groin area. And that's part of it. And then I'm letting my hands kind of push out a little bit. And I want to squat down and just turn in a little bit here. Okay, I'm really getting that groin stretch, which it's all connected to the hips. So I want to make sure I'm doing that, because everything that's connected to your hip muscle is going to affect your hip rotation. So it's going to be groin, glute, inside, outside hip flexors, which we're going to get to next. But this is a great one. Just let it kind of settle in here. Just breathe through it. And I want to do maybe 5 each side. You do this before you play, you're going to feel great. And as always, regarding health and fitness, consult your healthcare provider before you really take on any strenuous activity. So squat down, both sides, work it out. And I'm feeling it right here in the groin. Okay, now we're going to come back down And I like to do all that first because these stubborn hip flexors are really what we're going to get to next in our fourth exercise. So I want you on one knee back and one leg forward. So get that out there as far as you can. About that far is good. Get that knee back. So you're like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my thigh and my knee towards my left toe in this area. And I'm feeling all this right here. And I really want to get that hip flexor that I'm feeling on, for me, this right side right now. And just kind of breathe it out. And I'll get my hands and I'll reach them up to the sky here. As I stretch into that hip flexor. I'm taking deep breaths. And I want to stretch here and loosen it up. Take a break. And we're going to go about 3 to 5 reps just like this. And really stretch up. Extending my arms up as I sink deep into that hip flexor. Exhale. Big breath. I do about 2 breaths. And then take a break. And then get after it again. So we'll do 3. Second breath and sink deeper into it each time. Great. Oh, that's painful. It's painful good. Okay. And then we go to the other side. Get that out there. Knee back. Sink into that hip flexor. Arms up. Okay. So you're going to do 2 breaths and we're going to do 3 of these on this side. Good. And just come down into it. Don't push yourself too hard at the beginning. Let your body get used to it. Second breath. Good. All right. Shake it out. One more. Arms up, deep into that hip flexor. Back again. There you go. Sink it in. And try to stay directly, knee going right over that front toe. You could push it out a little bit, but always bring it back to feel it most in that front hip flexor. Now, one of the things I find, especially for me, is with proper hip rotation, okay, we need those hip flexors loosened up. Those are the short, thick, stubby muscles here. And something that is going to really affect it too is going to be your lower back, having mobility there. And really what helps tighten up the back in a negative way are these upper hamstrings. They get tight and then you just can't fire the hips, your lower back gets tight, and it enables these guys to be more stubborn. So we've got to loosen up these upper hamstring areas and really fight through, stretching that out. So this last exercise I always do helps protect your back, and something I need to have good hip rotation. Feet a little more than shoulder width apart. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my butt out this way, just like this, knees slightly bent. All right. And I'm going to push my butt back as my chest stays out, shoulders back, and I'm bending forward like this. Okay. So I'm pushing my butt out, coming down like this, and you start feeling it here. But how you really start feeling it there is adding this last piece to it. So get that, get in my position, I'm out. Now I'm bringing my arm straight up and I'm pushing that out. And I really want to keep going back here, even straightening out my legs as I bend forward like this. There, now I'm feeling it right in here. And I want my arms coming up here. And I'm breathing. Oh, it's hard. So I'm feeling it all through my lower back. And it's loose, and it's loosening up my hamstrings, getting good tension there. Weight is more on the heels of my feet here, not so much on my toes, because I'm really pushing everything back. There we go. And you want to get your toes, even like lift your toes off the ground, because that helps put more stretch on that upper hamstring. So I just come here and I just bend it down and I breathe like that. Okay? This is something I do mid-round to help loosen up that back as I walk. But I want to do it pre-golf too. So you get a good loosen up everything before you hit the range. You do these stretches before you warm up and hit balls, man, you're gonna be in a lot better position. Your muscles, your hips are gonna be activated, and you're gonna be able to fire those hips much better because you have more flexibility in them. So, there you go. Good little workout for you. Great way to stretch your hips, get them loose. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Good luck out there. Stay fit, stay healthy, stay strong. See you in the next video.